And there can be this pull to experience through a thought, but it's only our attention going towards this invitation to experience. So there's no actual separate self. We can't find an I that's picking up thoughts. There's no ego picking up thoughts. There is an experience of picking up thoughts, but no actual experiencer. There's just one experience. And we get to look at this direct experience prior to mental activity. To have a look at what's actually here. What's undeniably here when we look. And so that's not going to the mental realm to paste an idea that, because that would be a limitation. We wouldn't get a chance to see what's actually here, and that's where the truth of our being is revealed. When we directly experience what's here rather than adding a mental overlay about what's here. The truth revealed in this surrendering of the mental idea of a me needing to know anything. We rest down in being and we just look what's actually here. And what reveals itself is just this space. Just this open space of awareness, this natural I am that doesn't take any reference, doesn't take any validation from a mind. It's inherent, it's what you are. I am. Just being here now effortlessly. So this I amness that we are, effortlessly here, just being. Through an invitation to experience, just gets tangled up with this idea of I am a story, a name that's experienced. But all along it was just the attention of this natural sense of I am. That's why it feels so real. But it's actually not a separate self experiencing. So there's the I am, the story of a me. But then there's this direct experience, undeniably. You know, what's here? Just this I amness. Just so obviously here, never changing, never aging. Just simply being. And this is here whenever we look. Whenever we withdraw our attention from the ever-changing world, we get to see what's never changing. Resting our attention here, we get to recognize what's actually here. We give it a chance to reveal itself. It's just this peace. And there may be a blossoming of joy if we surrender to it. But it's an uncaused happiness. It's not dependent on anything. It's just inherent. It just flowers and blooms and never really goes, just is more noticeable sometimes. And it is this resting in the heart space. Just simply being with what's here. The more we notice this, the less we can become entangled in that idea of a me. It's just not believed in anymore. So our attention is rested back at the heart. And our focus is wide open. Just like a seascape where the sky and the sea meet. It's this ocean and this spaciousness. Formless nature. This spaciousness. We start to let go of that contracted self, that idea of a me, the push and pull, the squeeze. We surrender to what's here, this formless nature. And as we turn and explore this space of being, in which the thoughts, the feelings, the sensations all arise and fall, we recognize that this is the never changing. This is what we are. This is what gives birth to all experience. So we're just going to turn in and turn in on this space. We're just going to explore what's here. And when we say I am, and we don't add anything else, no form, no words, it's just a space of nothing. And it's as if this I am can sink down, down, down. Like a stone dropping down into the ocean. Down, down, down. To the depths of our being. To the root, to the source, to the foundation. And just to look beyond these words that I'm using. To dive in beyond what's spoken. To the space that it's pointing to. To directly experience. This pure being. There might be some sort of sense of looking into this deep, dark ocean of being. But we can even notice who's looking. Even the looker dissolves. You may start to notice a subtle movement of this ocean. And you may be able to feel into this subtle movement as we turn towards the ever-changing now. To recognize that actually this no thing has the potential to create. It's pure potential. But to create from fullness. So as we turn to look towards the ever-changing, we recognize that we are already whole and complete. We are untouched by the ever-changing, no matter how it's shaping. What we actually are is just like the sky, it's untouched by the clouds. So no matter what's happening, we can feel into this deep sense of being. And notice that it remains untouched. But there's also a joy of being, an excitement that this pure potential can create, can express itself from abundance, from freedom, from this wholeness. It doesn't need to limit itself. It can't limit itself. It's just a temporary experience, but it never becomes limited. It can't leave home. There's nobody here. There's nobody leaving. And we can directly experience that. You know, who would be leaving? Can we find that one? Who would be coming and going? Or is there just space? Is there just direct experience of being? We get to recognize that this is home and that we never leave it. Where would we be going? This is formless. So there's no boundaries. There's nowhere to go. There's no inside or outside. And it's timeless. Unless we create the idea of time, of a past and future. It's just not here when we look. It's just this ever fresh moment. Crystal clear. Pure potential to create. There's no coming and going. Who would be leaving? This is the source of the dance. Impersonal awareness. Infinite. So we don't need to play limited. We can see that there are no others, that everybody is this pure potential to create. And this world of duality can shape and pattern itself and create, but it never becomes any of that creation. So fundamentally, everyone is this one self, just appearing as many, but never becoming. There is this one experience, appearing as many experiences. But we can recognize what's giving birth to this experience. Is this one open space of being? And we can tread lightly in the world, knowing that we never become that body-mind, but it's just a vehicle we can use to experience separation. Recognize that when we look, we can't actually find a boundary, that there's experiences in this awareness that we are. There can be sensations that we can call and label a body. But when we peel away the labels, we get to see that there is just formless awareness, experiencing form, never becoming it. It's just an experience. So whenever there's a contraction, a push and pull, a squeeze, we can recognize that it's appearing in this formless through nature. It's just an experience of separation. There's no me, my, I experiencing it. It's just appearing. And we can just allow it to be there. If, we create an idea of a me that doesn't like it, we personalize the experience. And we resist what's happening, then we're just creating separation. It's not a problem. It's just an experience of separation. It just feels more contracted, more dense. But at any point, we can recognize the spaciousness that's there. We can allow whatever's appearing just to be. Surrender to whatever's appearing. And notice that as we give it space, it disappears, dissipates. As soon as we identify with it, we've created an idea of separation. There's something here other than this awareness that we need to judge, fix, improve, resist, let go of. But it's all just a dance this formless awareness can have. We never become that idea of a me. It's just an experience this pure potential can have. So as we open our eyes, we don't leave being. We are being here now. And we get to experience a physical body that's being here now. And we can experience apparent others. But we can also recognize the formlessness in the form. The spaciousness in the body. That wave-like movement is still here. There are actually no boundaries until we create them through concepts and labels and ideas. And the more we notice this formless nature as we experience form, the more it reveals itself. So there's nobody doing anything. It's just spontaneous movement. No actual separate self-doer. Until we identify with thoughts of a doer. A doer is just a thought appearing in awareness. A concept, an idea of a me. That when we look doesn't actually exist. So we've always got this chance to see, to shine the light of awareness on whatever's appearing, to recognize that it's what's actually here is this space of being. And we don't create a mind. And limit that spaciousness to form, ideas and concepts of a me. We rest in being, speak from being. And never leave being, because there's nowhere to go. And there's nobody going anywhere. It's all just a way this emptiness can shape and pattern itself and experience.